Ladies and gentlemen, I want to specially welcome you to FaceToFace TV once again today, a platform where very interesting topics are discussed. All topical issues around us. We talk politics, business, entertainment, health, and sports. And today we want to talk little about politics. Politics is not all about campaign. That's not what we're going to talk about today. But we are trying to relate, how the impact of Southeast Development Commission in curbing insecurity in the Southeast. And today I have a very fine gentleman, a lover of public affairs and public affairs activist, analyst too, who has developed much interest in talking about the Southeast, everything that has to do with the Southeast and move the Southeast zone forward. And he's no other person than Chuzzy Onyenso. Thank you for coming around. All right, today I want us to commission, a solution to insecurity, and regional growth. It is quite obvious that we are facing a whole lot of challenges here in the Southeast. And all these challenges, all the past governors and every other people, House of Assembly members, reps, senators, have been running around to see how they can tackle, this insecurity in Southeast. And luckily, recently, this Southeast Development Commission came on board. So we want to see how this Virgin Commission can help in addressing this issue of insecurity in the Southeast. So Onyenso, what do you have to tell us?
Yes, I think firstly, thank you for having me. But we'll start with what Southeast Development Commission is all about. How do you do that? So before we get it. So the Southeast Development Commission, as we all know, it's based on, just like we had SEDC and every other state. So it's based on development stance of Southeast. So that is what they are focused on. And when you see their vision prospects, now the vision prospects is so wonderful because they say making Southeast a destination for investment, global investment in Africa by 2030. And Southeast currently will have an economy of about $40 billion. So they're investing, saying that by 2030 they will increase that, they will double that figure, which is still nice. And they have a lot of projects which they are trying to commission and take up. And thank God, as the commission may have it, they have board members that are not new, newcomers, they're not known to public offices. Now they have the likes of Mr. Mark Okoye, who has been a special assistant, a commissioner in Anambra State government for over 13 years now, as a young man. So he could be saved when he came into the public service. Now we have the likes of...
I saw the joy when Anambra State government was, sending him off few days ago.
Yes.
You understand? When I saw it, I said, wow, I see full energy in the young man. So can you tell us more about the MD?
Okay, the MD, Mr. Marco, he has been, he works in the banking sector.
Yeah.
Then he became a special assistant to the former governor, Willow Diallo.
Yeah.
So from there, with what he did, it was so exceptional that even the current governor had to return the commission.
Yeah.
So he has been there in the economics of the government. And you see how far in Southeast general, you see that Anambra State, I think they have the highest GDP in Southeast currently. So he understands what it is to grow economy. You understand what it is to grow. And what makes it so wonderful is that he's a young man. Compare his age, when you see him now, check from the time he came into public office. That will show you that he was exceptional what he was doing. So that means even the Southeast Development Commission now, at the time Mr. President, the way he fashioned it, you now see that it's not going to be a commission that is not just immune to old people, it's going to be a mission of the old and the young. Having him as the MD, and now you have Chief Emeka as a chairman.
Who was formerly Minister of Labour. Yeah.
So, and productivity.
Yes.
So you now see that the commission is for us to produce. So the vision prospect is there.
Okay.
the vision prospect is there. And with all they have in vision, if you go down to their vision, you see that their vision is robust. And if they can actualize, though they are talking about, they have to engage to understand what people want and get more ideas of what people will give them those ideas they need to do and they actualize. I bet you Southeast will be the destination of investment in Africa.
Okay, so what are their plans so far? What projects do they have at hand? That, or the ones they've started already, or the ones they plan to start? I know it's a new commission, so what plans, what projects do they have at hand so far?
Okay, presently they are looking at least 4 to 5 facets of development. One is in agriculture.
Okay.
1, 2, industrialization of commerce. They're also trying to venture into transportation, and they're also talking about sports, developing sports from the grassroots. I think that's the one that they've even made some steps ahead, which currently now they've engaged Victor Alichebe to become their special advisor on grassroots sport development.
Okay.
So they are thinking of how to develop sport, not just football, but in grassroots, build sports facilities in our grassroots. So, and they're also calling on the general public to give them ideas on how to restore and do those things. And those are the things we see.
And that's why we're here.
That's why we are here.
Thank you. So that's why we're here. I hope they're not going to do the kind of NDDC work like, constructing local roads and asphalting and putting solar street lights and all that.
We're trying to build an economy that will reach about $30 billion, adding to what we have. We are having about 40 billion. And you don't do NDDC project to get that kind of mission. You don't do it. You must enter into capital projects. Not just anyhow capital projects. There are some capital projects that are not productive.
Yeah.
Just like going to build an airport. You understand me?
You mean that airport is not productive? How do you mean that?
Now, let me explain that. Now, productivity of an airport depends on the infrastructures within that city. That is just like in Lagos now. You now see that in Lagos, it took them, we have the Murtala Mohammed. But one, yes, they didn't rush to and start to construct the Lekki International Airport. Now, see there in Lekki now currently, there is a Lekki Deep Sea Port. That is, what do you call it? The Dangote refinery is there. There are a lot of international companies there. Yeah. So we've had a lot of airports here in Southeast, just like we have in the Ebonyi State. Imagine that airport was used to build a factory just like Olanfa that produces feed and foodstuff like a rice mill. In that much, check it.
So, are you discouraging the building of airport? Because I know Abia State is taking on one. So, what are you discouraging? Are you saying that a building of airport doesn't give, economic productivity?
No, the building of airports. Now, see the economic. There is 2 ways to the economic activity of building of airport.
Yeah.
It is the industries that are there, the capital projects. The industries should be there that attracts the revenue, because those industries will attract foreigners that will come. Not MDs of capital industries. Just like in the let me just go like the other state. I will just give an list of some of the airports we have in the Southeast. Mine will have like 4. The other state will make it 5. Now, if you are going to have one, the Akane International Airport in MNN, if you are going to MNN, I don't think it's that airport that really attracts people to MNN. It is adoration of money. People visit more of adoration of money. That is what generates. So that thing now draws people. Now that adoration, you now check how many people that come for adoration. Now you now see some person don't even stay around. They will not make use of that airport. Now we have the Samba
in State, yeah.
In Opal. It has been there since. What skyrocketed the lands there in Opal? It took Ebuko shot. That was what really skyrocketed the land. So it's just like the Abia State. I'm not saying it's not a Bible project, but I tell you, mind you, the Minister for Aviation, they approved a private airstrip for Bishop David Oyedepo. Ask anybody that is a Winners Chapel member or pastor, they will tell you that. I can bet you for free that the Winners Chapel airstrip will have more patronage than the State International Airport. Currently, I'm not saying currently with the way, because we don't have the industries here yet. Because when you check the revenue they could make in a month, the other State International cannot make it in 6 months. Why? They have the patronage. Not only now, the Canaan land is in Alta, and in Alta there you have a lot of industries there, mind you. So most of these people, those companies, they will always use that one. Now,
okay, I get what you're saying is that we should focus on industrialization first.
Yes.
All right.
This doesn't have about 45 billion. It's about 40 billion. So the development plan should be we should be focused. And the truth remains that one, we cannot develop Southeast as a whole without engaging the youth. We must plan ideas that will engage the youth, employ the youth.
So in the 5-point agenda you talked about concerning the Southeast Development Commission, what is the place of the youth in these plans of development?
Well, the place of the youth in this plan of development, I will start with the sports sector.
Okay.
Let me start with the sports sector. Because the way they are planning it is this. We don't naturally do it. You must bring people who are the grassroots. Let's not just plan it from up. It has to come from both down and up. Get it down. Now, it's just like the sports sector now. They brought in Victor Chebe to yes, in that span.
Yeah.
But imagine, we had that federal government in some states, talks of life, I'll do the talks of life. For palliative. I don't know how many states. And I know somewhere, somehow, some of these rights have been stored in some way houses. That probably during alleged bill, probably during the election, they might bring it out.
We also had that billions of naira were, distributed across the state.
Yes,
I don't know how much you got from that money, young man.
Let's start with the rights.
Yeah.
And they will reprint. Imagine bringing out this right because they're going to conduct what they call it. They said they're going to conduct league in the Southeast Council. Bring out this rights. Get like 500 pass each of these matches now. In every state in South Africa, there's always an influencer that will get people to fans to come on. Just like we get to Pulwana.
Yeah.
Come to Imo State, they get Abama. They come to Abba here, they put that on for digestive and biggest man. You know, and Anambra, they are many.
Yeah.
They make fans to come. Imagine you hear them sharing 500 fans. Nice. Just to go and watch it. Won't you come and go and watch it?
Of course.
Definitely. People do it like, do the maths like 1,000. And these people will raise like 20,000 fans to come. And they pay 1,000 to 2,000, then they pay 1,000, 2,000 for the
revenue.
You know how much we make?
Yeah.
In a match, check we are making over 50 million in just one match. Then when you make such money, now you now have to engage not just Alichebe. This is where they now have to do business deal with what they call it, because Saudi Arabia is a growing footballing nation.
Yeah.
And as God may have it, we have an Igbo man that is the director of Saudi Pro League. Michael Emenalo. Rangers. Do you know that to play Saudi third division, I'm not talking about Saudi third division, you get paid like $6,000 per week. You get a house, you get a car, no tax. Imagine you say, and you tell these guys that one, you make a deal that the best players of those tournaments, they can go over there. These guys will use their spirit to play the match. And Igbos are very besides Igbos are allowed. Even that could be a well-known FIFA organized tournament because check the revenue. And at the end of the day, they make nominates like $1,005 from the 6,000 they pay every week. You have to ship like 22 of them, or 30 of them, or 33. Check how much we're making a week. Over $90,000. Even if you pay 1,000, check in a month how much we make. This revenue, we will now use it. You are not coming to use it to just go and build stadium because you need maintenance. You are developing sports. You build a factory that produces sports wares. Do you know that in Pakistan there is a city called Saikot in Punjab? 70% of the world's footballs that are manufactured are being produced here. That city employs people who work in companies that manufacture football.
Football wares.
Thank you. Football wares and football wares, sports wares in general. Employs more than 200,000 persons. Imagine we have.
And they are known for that.
They are known for that. Nike, Adidas. Adidas don't produce any football.
And high quality.
High quality. They don't produce.
Hold on. That brings me back to Abba, particularly.
Yes.
And you know the ingenuity in Abba. There is no limit to what Abba can produce.
What we don't have is the infrastructure.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Do you know that greater percentage of the NYSC wares are produced here and shipped even to the north, to the west, and every other place? Are you getting me? So think about when you have, factory, garment factory, well furnished, and they say, okay, we are going to. I'm just thinking your direction now. We are focusing on production of high quality jerseys.
Yes.
Are you getting me? I know what when a club has a very fine deal, there is this mentality. Most of our people then love them Chelsea Football Club because they were signing Africans. Are you getting me? For that reason alone, because they signed Drogba that time, Mikel Obi, everybody will go for Mikel Obi Jesse. We go for Drogba Jesse and all that. Are you getting me? So I think you're making a very, very valid point. Continue.
Now imagine now, as God behind there is World Cup next year, and it's not being hosted by one country, like 3 countries.
Yeah.
That means we'll have sales. Now, it's not only producing them. You don't see the big brands like Nike, Adidas, even Puma will come here to invest. Just having a share, buying like 30% share of that company. Do you know how much we'll make in revenue? These are the areas we make them to. And we are not coming to train people to sew because already Abba has it. You understand me? So imagine now, and that's also good. That's why I say do capital projects that are revenue intensive.
Yeah.
Now come out the exam we have. You make sure that the exam is start working. You are looking for how to raise money. Now see how many of us saw the General IDB's book launch?
Yeah.
Over 15 million was raised just there.
Yeah.
And they go, what is it going to be used to do? To build what do you call it? The library. Fine, it's good, that's the vision. Now we can do the same thing here. But we're not coming to build library. That's the difference. That is why we're in both.
Yeah.
Even if you get the likes of what do you call it? What's our mama in IMF?
Yeah, yes.
Thank you. Now to make the book a bestseller, you meet Chimamanda.
Yeah.
To write a book to make it a bestseller. You come here and you launch.
I launch.
We would raise over 10 billion, 15 billion.
It's true, you're right.
Now she has
Ankara.
We use it to start up Texas here about another one in Onitsha. See the
you see this material?
Yes.
This is just Akwete.
Thank you.
Very few kilometers away from here.
Yes.
Are you getting me? It's Akwete. And these things are going, into extinction. You don't before you can, if you order for 2-3 years of Akwete now, they will tell you give us time. It takes time because it is hand woven. Are you getting me? It is hand woven. So if we have machines to do these things, they will go a very long way to develop Southeast and also help to curb insecurity in the Southeast. Okay, my brother, you've done very, very well in articulating these points. I want to ask, how can the commission collaborate with local government security agencies and also authorities to ensure that there is security and stability here in the Southeast?
Yes, that is where they are trying to engage with every state government.
Yeah. And
they also plan to have a town hall meeting, which is very nice.
Okay.
And combating security, even though it's out, the security, the way you combat security in other states is different from the way you combat security in the states. That is what you can do.
Yeah.
So that is where they meet those stakeholders that organize a town hall meeting. And it also boils down at one, promising, not just promising, building, and they have an idea of building industries within the locality.
Yeah.
So if you are building industries within the locality, that means you are going to engage the youth. Anything you must do, you must engage. If you want to curb insecurity, you must engage the youth. Because engaging the youth is where you make the youth to work. So I think that is, now when they meet with them, they will now know the best way. In those town hall meetings, they will give them the best ideas. Because security issues, you don't always discuss it on camera.
Yeah.
They give them the best ideas.
It's true. Yeah.
On way to handle their security issue. But I sincerely believe that job creation combats insecurity.
More than any other collaboration you can think of. Yeah. You're right, because job creation, industrialization is just the most practical ways to
most practical way. Curb insecurity, drive development, and grow the economy.
Yeah, you're right. So what challenges are the commission likely to face in executing their plans?
Well, the basic challenge they are going to face in executing their plan, because they have a multi-billion-dollar project, and what they have on ground for this is about 140 billion naira. Okay, now, if they are only going to go on sourcing the money from federal government, that will be a challenge. So that is why they have to bring in an idea of making most of their projects to be on a PPP agreement, the public-private partnership deal, but probably on a both agreement, BOT. There's something they call it BOT. Build, operate, own, and transfer.
Yeah. Okay.
That is how they build. If you watch Lekki Deep Sea Port, that was how it was built.
That's okay.
That it was built on a boat agreement. The Chinese consortium brought about 75%, Lagos State government 20%, the Nigerian Port Authority was 5%. So I think it's a 40-year deal. Then the Chinese government transfers everything back to it. So we can just use that pattern so that you bring in private sectors, because the development they want to drive, private sectors must come in.
Yeah.
When
you're talking about privatization, you know, okay.
I said, bring it,
okay. If you talk about, you kill everything.
Yes.
Honestly.
It's an agreement.
I thought you wanted to drift to. Okay.
It's a partnership. It has to be on public private partnership. Yes.
Build, operate, and
yes. Build, operate, own, and transfer. So that they can regulate what's there.
Okay. So finally, how can local communities, businesses, and young people get involved in the Commission's initiatives?
The way the local government get involved in the initiatives of one Southeast Development Commission has to make the projects come to grassroots.
Yeah.
If it's not grassroots, it's not. See, you don't develop Southeast from state.
Yeah.
Just like NDD's headquarters is important. What they need to have in Abuja is licensing office.
Yeah, licensing office.
Here, they should have their headquarters here in Southeast, have branches in every state in Southeast. That is one. They engage in capital projects. There are a lot of capital projects that we engage in. It's just like we can have a seaport here. Build the seaport.
There is one you made mention that I've been thinking about. Just imagine when Ngozi Okenjiwala comes for a book launch. Get involved, all the laurels and those who are specialists in writing and all that. Bring all the international friends she has made.
IMF.
Are you getting me? With a core project at hand.
Yes.
Not library anyway.
Not library.
Are you getting me? So these things are going to thrive. And you talk about this garment factory, especially here in Aba or anywhere very close to Aba, because of the expert rights and everything, you can easily get that from here. You understand? So all those things are really going to help out. So continue.
And in everything they do, you see agriculture, we have to produce the food we consume here. If we have an industry just like oil, talk to Olam. Olam is not a Nigerian owned company, it's a foreign owned. Talk to them, they have their industries in the west, they have in the north, and we don't have one in southeast. If they can build a factory that produces feed, do you know how many these people have? Now, like, then agriculture is not just about food production. Now, the money in agriculture is not that business, because we've not told, most of them have not been enlightened. There is business here. If people come into agriculture, you will see that Nigeria the business will grow. Just like
what we lack is machinery.
We don't have the machinery.
We don't have the
so we don't have the machinery. So let's enter into mechanized agriculture. See in Kenya, you know this POP we use, the sponge.
Yeah.
Is an agricultural product.
Of course.
The sponge. So and it takes 6 months to harvest. We import it from Kenya. Now in Kenya, not just that, flour. They export flour to Europe every day. The flour industry, they make over $900 million each year. Imagine you send some of our farmers there to Kenya.
Of course, yeah.
We'll come back here, we'll do such thing. Do you know how much they make? Imagine all the sponge we start producing it here. And what we have, what you used to produce plaster of Paris, POP, the white cement, is Jensen. And we have it in abundance in Imo State.
It's true.
We have an abundance there. That means we have a white cement company here. Imagine the kind of investment we're coming to make. We have a food production site. Now, and they also talk, like something Commission, they also talked about combating erosion, but they're not going to take it this year because it takes one sum of money. Building. We want to deforesting. What of deforestation? It's not just green deforestation. We must plant
economic trees. Very important.
There is a difference between planting.
Very important.
Plant economic trees that within 3 years it starts yielding. Plant palm tree. Plant cocoa. Cocoa is
very important.
Cocoa is in 3 years. Cocoa will start yielding. Plant avocado. People don't understand the avocado is a big market in America. Plant economic trees. It's not that in 3 years we start seeing the dividend. Imagine the kind of investment when you have cocoa planting. We are planting cocoa. You see a privileged company was coming. We don't have one in Southeast. You see one big privilege company. They will, and once you have this, the competition will be there. So, and not just that, they also need to work with to invest in healthcare. You can now see that the measure of a lot of figures are healthcare, and in the healthcare they need to partner with. This one is not just public-private. Probably, can we build health cities in Southeast? Imagine building health cities in Southeast.
Yeah.
Now, we partner with, at least we have the National Assembly members we have. At least they are 58. Yes,
In
there's
Southeast,
58.
yeah.
Totally, we have 43 federal house members and 15 senators. So imagine you make these persons from each state, the federal house, National Assembly members from each state. The state government gives us a land, build each of you, build a hospital inside that place. Standard, not just in a hospital, especially clinic. Standard. If you like, don't do any other hospital. Don't share fertilizer. Don't share fertilizer. This thing.
But unfortunately, nobody dictates for them what they use their constituency allowance.
Thank you. Nobody. That's what they don't share fertilizer. If you do that, you have all these specialists.
You're right.
Now, in each South started, do you know what they're doing? They're building health city. You now bring private sector. They will still build their own inside that place. Imagine, as long as they have it, Orange is an able person. Enzo, Boni, they will come and build their pharmaceutical factories here.
It's true.
We will combat a lot of fake drugs.
Yeah.
Because you now see the market.
It's true.
Now imagine how many people, even the airports we have, will now become resourceful. Because some persons will fly down because we have the best of it here. They are doing it in Lagos.
I talked about this, I think, a few days ago, when I talked about the discoveries of the NAFDAC Southeast zone. Are you getting me? So one of the best ways to, face that challenge is building, pharmaceutical companies
and
here.
Those companies will know
Are you getting me?
You
know what leads some of these people to rebrand expired drugs is by the time they will import, import delays, everything.
Yes.
Before it could get to them, they push to the market. You see that the expiry date will come. But when they are being produced here, my brother, it will get to you returning its, active ingredients.
Thank you.
And all the efficacies of those drugs will be there.
And even if they have any mishap, those companies only sell to distributors because of their
yes.
So we can easily track a distributor. Where you sell
so that easily, wherever there is adulteration, you can fish it out.
So that is the thing. So, but you don't build this thing when you don't have the market. The hospitals are not here.
No. Yeah, it's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, we don't see much. If we have this, they build a health city, each state. Do you know how much? It's just like when you travel to this Enugu-Port Express. What's the highest company in city? I think this is the one. Enugu-Port Express Road is one of the most important roads in Southeast. I think it's the most popular.
Yes, no, it's the most popular and the most connected. It connects all the Southeast. Almost all the Southeast.
So now imagine this is almost a 220 kilometer road. If you travel from Enugu to my Chagrin, do you know the highest company in city? To your right and your left, you see much wire and fuel station. That's the highest industry we see there. How many industries do you see there? Just to travel from here to this thing, from Imoge to the Womai, you will see more than 15 mortuaries within this road. Imagine they have health cities.
All right, please, our audience, help us push this information to those who are involved, those who are in charge. We're still using this opportunity to call on those who are very much interested in the Southeast Development Commission, Southeast Development generally, Southeast Development generally, not about the commission now, not about the commission now. The Right Honorable Benjamin Kanu, please help us push further. I know you were instrumental in the creation of this particular commission. Also, the MD Mark Okoye. Try your best. Don't allow people to influence you negatively. I know that some people used to have the intention of doing the right thing, and some people will come with a whole lot of distractions.
Yes, you understand? It's not a political body.
Get focused. It's not a political body. Cite projects where they are most needed.
Yes.
It's not all about your community. Yes. It's not all about where you come from. Please don't cite projects where they are needed. Our own Emeka Mugu let us have that productivity and the experience we had in the labor ministry then, so that to come to play. Stanley Hajoka is also there as the executive director of finance. Please, and every other people, we are still calling on the senators, the House of Rep members, House of Assembly members, all of you, and our big bosses, the governors, the key stakeholders, and also the business class. The business class, please let us put hands together to see how we can develop Southeast and also reduce the crime in the Southeast region. Thank you so very much. Your last word.
Anything short of providing job for the youth, we cannot develop Southeast without job creation. Just like we said, we don't need the normal and the leaf road asphalt. Instead of spending 10 billion to do a road asphalt, use that 10 billion to build an industry. We graduate over 25,000-30,000 youth in Southeast every year. Do we provide up to 10,000 jobs? The answer is no. Now we need to do things, projects that will generate jobs, and it should not be a streamlined, maybe in one state alone.
Yeah.
It's called Southeast. It's not one state.
Yeah.
So we must do, if possible, we must carry out projects in the 15 senatorial zones in South. Map out project that is no senatorial zone that doesn't have the markets, that doesn't have something what it takes. Map out project that will benefit so that everybody will feel among. And you see, we drive Southeast. The end is just about 20 billion. We should build an economy that will surpass that of Lagos. Lagos State alone has an economy bigger than ours. We have to build an economy that was, and mind you, it's not as if the economy is 1/4 bigger than that of Kenya, bigger than 140 billion. The economy is bigger than Kenya, bigger than Ethiopia, bigger than Ghana. Lagos State
alone.
Lagos State alone.
And bigger than the entire South.
Bigger than the entire South. Just imagine. And it's not as if they are sleeping.
Yeah.
They are building
of
that will
course.
drive. So we need to check where is this economy going to go in how many years to come. So how can we build our economy to be bigger than? So there is a lot of work needed. Just like I said, we don't develop Southeast. Stay in. It must come down.
Back home.
We stay here, let the office so that we can be. It's easy to reach. And we have to enter into capital projects that are yielding on a daily basis. Imagine we increase our productivity. That means we are increasing the way we export. That means we will not only be known for imports, we will also be known for exports.
Until we start exporting.
More than we import.
More than we import, we can balance. Thank you so very much, and God bless you.